Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Dress to Impress. In today's video, I'm going to be using only the world cultural outfits for the rest of the video. This is a challenge where I can only wear a specific outfit based on the theme. No matter what theme is going to be, I have to wear only the world cultural items. For those of you who don't know, in the last episode, I show you an update where there's some world cultural items in a different room, so that's pretty cool. So I'm still in the intermission. I just started this game, and right now I am looking forward to do this challenge. So if you enjoyed this video so far, please leave a like and subscribe on the Fashion Roblox Gamer channel. And without further ado, let us begin. Okay, so the theme is going to be spring break. When I think of spring break, I think of something more like um bikini wear. But because this is a challenge where I can only wear the world cultural item, so in order to do that, I gotta figure things out around here. So let's see. I'm gonna go with the Brazil outfit. The problem is it's not loading. It's not loading what it takes a long time for this. Let's see here. Wear this outfit. I'm gonna go ahead and wear this outfit, but I am missing something. I have to get skin tone. Now, the skin tone has nothing to do with the update, but I need to use only skin tones, and I have to use only items that involves hairstyles and all that stuff. I'm gonna go with this hairstyle because it's giving me that spring break vibe. Now the problem is when it comes to makeup, I'll never be able to tell if it's I can never be actually from the world cultural, so I'm just going to have to, try my best to, at the very least, just make things out of it. Alright, so for the spring break cultural, it's going to be very difficult to doubt. I think I'm going to go with this. I think I'm going to go with this pattern. Mainly because, at the very least of it, it will look really, really nice. Unfortunately, it's not giving me anything, so I'm going to go ahead and change everything into white, but leave the pattern there. As far as changing colors go, it's like, yeah, I'm going to stick with this pattern right here. The next thing that I need to do is to change the shoes. I don't have to change the color of the hairstyle. Just have to leave it at that. This looks really, really nice. Okay, and then I'm going to get this here. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to, let's see, do I do patterns? No. But I will do this, then a little bit of this, no, a little bit of like this color, then this color, and then that color. And finally we have the fan. Finally we have the fan. Let's do it like this. Alright, so I think I'm done for here. I think I am done. It looks like this girl is wearing that Brazilian outfit as well. I don't know what it's called, but I think it's for like a carnival festival thing. But enough with the ramblings, let's get right into the runway. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so it's about that time. I'm gonna give her 3 stars. Just because. just because. It looks really, really nice. A bit of the orange, definitely a little bit of the spring vibe, probably because it's pastel color. Ooh, now these girl duels, I'm gonna give it like 4 stars. Or, you know what? 5 stars it is. I don't know. I'm conflicted about this. I love I love the fact that they're wearing nothing but sneakers. Now this one right here, this one is giving me like sleepover pajama style. Even though it has a bit of a lighter tone to it because it's spring, I'm gonna give it 3 stars. Alright, here's my outfit. It's not much, but I have to use only the world cultural items. So, yeah, sorry. I have to use only the world culture items, which is clothing, um, hairstyle, and I don't know about makeup. I don't know about makeup though. So yeah, this gets 3 stars. Nothing that has something to do with like what is it called? Spring break, because it doesn't have the vibe of the colors. Now this one right here, this one is good, but I'm gonna give it 3 stars. Oh yeah, by the way, I can only do 3 rounds of this if this does not work out. Plain and simple. Okay, I'm just gonna give it 2 stars because I think she wasn't on time just to get things done. Let's see. This person says I did not get to finish. I did not mean to add the skirt with blue ones. I think it's the one with the, I think it's the girl with the outfit that has the shawl on it. I forgot what it's called, but you know, it's okay. Stuff like this happens when you're playing Dress to Impress. Alright, and the winners are? Not me, unfortunately. I didn't make it to the podium, which is very unfortunate, but the duo did made it. The duo made it, and I only made it to 7th place. How disappointing. How disappointing. Well, that's not good. But I'm gonna leave this hairstyle. I don't know if it's because I'm not adding something that will make it spring-like. But the focus of this challenge is to only wear, not wear, but only use cultural items, world cultural items, especially when it comes to hairstyle. As far as makeup goes, there's not a specific makeup that is like giving me that world cultural vibe because the problem is that the theme was spring break. So I'll leave makeup out of this along with skin tone, which I don't like breaking the rules, but this is just very complicated. Alright, so this next theme that I was told is going to be um, favorite aesthetics. I think I have a Pacific aesthetic that I want to try. Well, not try. I think I have a Pacific aesthetic, but I'm going to have to, let's see, I'm going to have to wear this and of course this. So basically what I'm do is that I'm going to put some patterns like, no. No, what I'm going to do first of all is that I'm going to leave it at white. Then for patterns, it's going to be this. That's technically what I'm doing. Okay, now this definitely needs a bit of pattern like this. And then we'll just leave it like white. Now, unfortunately, the problem is the shoes. I'm not allowed to use any uh, other items. So I'm just going to have to do what I can with this. I'm going to change this color here. I can only do 3 rounds, excuse me. So this is round 2. And let's see what we have here. Let's see what we have here. Now for hairstyle, I want to go with like this. But I gotta like remove this also. And I'm going to have to change the skin color like that. And for the makeup, it's going to have to be like this. Now I would like to add a hat on this, but I can't do anything. I cannot like use anything that doesn't involve in this room, you know? But I do think we could put this on as well and make it like pink, just like that. There we go. That looks so much better. So this is going to be cottage core. This is going to be cottage core because sometimes the colors are like neutral, while other times it could be more like beautiful and all that stuff. And I'm using the flower, the flower accessory. And I'm also going to be using the Scottish dress. And this dress right here is from the Philippines. I would use that, but that would be too much. But this fits the theme. And I think, let's see. And I use this shoes right here. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do this. And then just do it like that. I don't know if it looks like I'm done with this one. I don't know if it's going to give me extra stars for this, but I'm hoping. I'm really hoping. I'm hoping that I can make it to the podium, or at least make it to at least 4th place. But there's a slight possibility that I won't be. So enough with the ramblings, enough walking around to collect DTI money. Let's go ahead and head to the runway. Alright, so it looks like we have this girl here. I'm gonna give it 2 stars because I can't tell exactly what she's wearing. She's not telling me what she's wearing. Okay, now the duel. I'm just gonna have to give them 5 stars because this is truly amazing. I love the fact that they're matching, but the other girl's wearing sunglasses while the other one's wearing reading glasses. But I do adore the shoes. I'm disappointed that I didn't get this one. I think it's from a code, but you know, how it is. Oh, it looks like she didn't say specifically what it is. So I'm gonna give it 2 stars because I don't know exactly what the aesthetic is. I don't know, unfortunately. And oh yeah, I gotta pull this out so that I can start posing if I go. Oh, here's me. Here's me. I'm gonna let everyone know it's cottagecore. Hopefully they understand it. There we go. Having people to understand of what aesthetic theme it is would be very, very amazing. Now this one is a little bit off to me, but I'm gonna give it 3 stars. Once again, I did not make it to the podium, which is very disappointing, but let's see where I'm placing it. I was placed at the bottom. Are you serious? No one knows cottagecore, or is it too pink? Very disappointing. Once again, another disappointing challenge so far. Not a disappointing challenge, but it's disappointing that I did not place either third, second, or at least first. If I placed fourth, I would not mind it, but unfortunately that is not the case. Alright, so we're down to the last 3 to the last round. And if I don't place this time, that is strike 3 and I'm done with this challenge, because obviously it's not going to work out. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so this last theme right now is basically warriors. And I can only imagine that what they're looking for is something a bit, warrior-ish, I don't know. But I do have an idea. But I don't know for certain if this is going to work. I can choose this to be Merida, or I can choose this to be Mulan. But I think the best method to go is to continue to wear this dress and just, Now, for the skirt part of this, I wanted to make it a bit silk. Or at least glittery. Yeah, that's it. And let's see. Alright, let's make it a little bit glittery. And not worry about the other part. And usually, hold on, something's on the top here, but I can't oh yeah, now this is a problem. This is a huge problem. But you know what, I'm just going to leave it at that. So the next thing that I need to do is the hairstyle. I think I went too basic. That's probably the problem. I went too basic, probably too extra, that I'm trying to you know? And let's remove this hairstyle. And what I'm going to do is I am going to go for this. And then just do this like that. Basically her saying that she's not impressed to becoming a princess, Now, unfortunately, there are no, weapons unless they're in the VIP section. Now, it's against the rules for me to do this because I didn't specifically said about code items. But I'm doing it anyways just to see if this is going to work. I highly doubt it. Alrighty then. So I'm not authorized to do this because I can only use the world the world cultural items. But the problem is there's not a lot of shoes other than the one that is in the Japan section, and the other is in the Brazil section. So just for this one time, I'm going to use that. And then what I'm going to do is type in Merida from Brave. And hopefully they will realize that. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but if it doesn't put me to the podium, then obviously this challenge is a bust. It's already been a bust since I'm unable to place 2 times already, which is quite disappointing. But, you know, it is what it is. So now, let's not waste any time and let's move on to the runway one last time. Alright, it looks like the twins are going to be like the duel once again. I'm going to give it only 3 stars because this girl right here doesn't have hair. But this one does. This one does. And I'm going to pull these out just in case if I go next. Alright, this one kind of gives me that Lisa Frank vibes, but I'm going to give it 5 stars just because I love the aesthetic colors. Oh, here's me, and I'm trying to let everyone know that I am Merida from Brave, and this is... There we go. Hopefully they understand it. I don't know if it's supposed to be actual warriors, but I consider Merida and Mulan as a warrior. Where did she get that sword from? I'm gonna give it like 5 stars. And I'd like to apologize for my stomach growling. I gotta eat a banana. I gotta eat a banana though. I don't know where... I wonder if this is VIP, because if the sword is VIP, I would be very disappointed. 4 stars, most definitely. 4 stars. This person has the nerve to say, try more layers since it's barely looked like her. I can only assume she's talking about me just because of the hair or the dress. Either way, it's just, you know, it's just a challenge. And the winner is... Alright, that's it. It's quite obvious I'm not winning this. I'm very disappointed. At least I made it to 4th place, but I'm very disappointed that this person would say it barely looks like Merida. That's because this challenge I can only use world cultural items. But it's quite obviously clear that this challenge is a bust in the very beginning. It's that challenging. But anyways, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoy it. Sorry for the moves. Sorry if I sound moody. I just woke up. I'm trying to get ready for my session, so that's the reason why I'm just, you know, not looking forward to it, but I'm trying my best to be prepared for it. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.